So through my ability as a medium, I can see things, I hear things, I feel things, and I know things. And that means that I just see images about people's life. I can hear the voices and the words inside of my head. I can feel the impressions that the spirit world is pushing through me, and it's all married to a knowingness. When I do read for somebody, I come into their vibration with love, and I see where their soul is at spiritually during the time of the reading, which allows me to take a peek into their life. It also gives me permission to step forward and see what the spirit world has to say. So with that being said, hi, what's your name?
My name is Jennifer Santiago.
Hi, Jennifer, how are you?
I'm doing well, how are you?
Good. You know, first of all, I just want to tell you to relax, you know, because I can see that there's this nervousness about you, but I also can see that there's this anticipation. I almost feel like I have this childlike quality about me. I want to know what Santa Claus is bringing for me before it gets to the Christmas tree. So I almost want to tease you a little bit. Did you look for the presents before they came under the Christmas tree? So I want to say that I want to tease you about peeking into the packages before they were wrapped. There was this part of you. Did you do that?
Yes.
So, you know, and that just to, you know, it's just kind of like I feel like there's things that I need to know. There's a way that I need to move forward. I want to know things before they happen. There's a part of you that is almost like the girl on Willy Wonka, you know, I want the goose that laid the golden egg and I want it now, you know, but sometimes that gets you in trouble because I feel like sometimes you put the cart before the horse. And so you're always, you know, you're running 10 steps ahead instead of staying behind to see how it's going to unfold. So at times that can get you in trouble. So they're asking you, the spirit world is revealing this because they want you to slow down because everything has its moment in time. All things are in their own perfect timing. And so for you, you need to understand that. I also feel like I have some ambition at my work. I feel like I'm coming into a change or I want something to change. So are you looking for change in work? Because I want to change.
Yes.
Okay. So they're talking about this ambition. I also, they're also showing me your resume, and I feel like I have a few things that I need to organize. Are you working on that now?
Not really, but I've been thinking about it.
Okay. So work on that resume so that you can have it ready and presented, because I feel when I get into 2018, whether it's in the place that I'm working at now or I submit it out to other companies, I need to have that on paper, what it is that I'm asking for. So have that resume ready. Get going with that, and so you can stack the dice. I feel you're going to start that in January, but in March I feel like it's really funny because I want to cast out my fishing pole and I got the bobber and the worms on there and bam, I get a bite right away. So I feel that whatever it is that you put in that resume, if you word it correctly, you're going to throw it out into the pool and it's going to get a bite. So just be prepared, because I feel I'm going to have a few different options. You know, I'm going to be juggling some balls and I'm going to have some choices that I can make. So, but they said, don't think so much about, oh, this is good, they're going to pay me X amount of dollars more than this company's going to pay me. They said you need to look at the whole picture, because even if they're going to pay you this, company B might be the better choice for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So they're asking you to kind of slow down, but I feel that 2018 is going to be your year. I feel like I'm coming into something big. I feel like I've been asking, when is something going to change for me, and 2018 is the year for you. I'm also supposed to tell you to kind of be wary of this weekend, because we are coming into the full moon and the supermoon, and it's going to affect yourself and people around you. They also make me feel like, who's the Scorpio around you? Scorpio would be a September, October birthday.
My brother.
Okay, because I feel like, and is your brother here?
No.
He's in the spirit world?
No, he is here.
Okay.
He's 13. He just
Okay,
turned 13.
because I feel that Scorpio, you know, that Scorpio is going to really kind of get fired up. So I feel like there's a Scorpio energy that's close to you that's really going to get fired up. So the full moon might really affect me, and so he might lash out and pull back. Okay, you know what, I also want to connect with your mom. So is your mom in the spirit world?
No.
She's here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so is there someone close to her in the spirit world? Because I want to connect to mom.
Yeah.
Okay, because I want to connect to mom. I keep on hearing mother, 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 mother. Okay, so is mom's mom in the spirit world?
No, the grandmother.
Grandmother.
My dad's mom is. She just recently passed away.
But would she have been close to your mom?
No.
She's coming forward as a mom.
Okay, so it's my grandmother.
So see where that comes into play, because I want to talk about the mom energy in the spirit world. Mom, 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 mom. Okay, you know, I want to fry things. I want to put things, I want to chop things up, and I want to fry them. So was she a big fryer of things? Okay, because I want to fry things. I want to, you know, I want to put them into the fryer. I want to put them into the oil. So she's showing me the frying or the cooking, you know, and I get, you know, so And then they're making me feel like grease or fried things were not the greatest for her health. And then does she like a lot of salt?
Yes.
Because I want to salt it.
Yeah.
And so she's showing me all the salt that she's putting on all these fried things. But she's also making me feel that this had something to do with her passing. This had something to do with her health. She's making me feel as if those fried foods came in and they affected me in a negative way. So when she shows me all the grease and all the fried, she makes me feel that she was told to change her diet, but she didn't change her diet. There was something she needed to change, but there was a part of her that didn't want to change. And she also makes me feel that I didn't really feel or think that it would have turned out this way. So she almost is saying it was a surprise to me, even though she knew in the back of her mind it wasn't going to be a surprise. Okay. So she talks about all those fried foods. So I also want to talk about who would have the circulation or the coronary or the heart conditions. Where does the heart conditions run in the family? Because she wants to talk about the circulation, the blood flow, the high blood pressure, the cholesterol.
Everyone.
Okay.
Everyone.
So she's really coming forward. So is your dad taking care of himself when it comes to the cholesterol and all of those things? And so who's nagging him about that? Because she makes me feel like if somebody isn't nagging him, he should be nagged. She's making me feel someone's coming and kind of pecking in his ear, but he's closing his ear off. He doesn't want to hear it. So wherever dad isn't acknowledging it, right. She says she's asking him to be mindful. Because she says, I see what's going on. And she wants to say, don't do what I did. And so she makes me feel that in some ways, dad is a lot like mom, his mom. When it comes to those things and when it comes to the health and when it comes to enjoying those things. So there's a part of him that doesn't want to change. And so she recognizes this because she makes me feel that she was a stubborn woman, was she?
Yeah.
And so she says her stubbornness, she was stubborn and so was dad. And so she talks about that stubbornness going down the line. She makes me feel as January is a very significant date. January.
My mom's birthday.
So happy birthday to mom. So that's where the connection to mom comes in, because you make me feel January is an important, significant date. And even though, and it's real funny because you're like, oh, they didn't get along. So it makes sense why she comes in and wants to acknowledge your mom. Oh, and I have goosebumps big time. And so when she talks about acknowledging your mom, she makes me feel as if she might have said some things that she shouldn't have said, or butted her nose into your mom's business where it didn't belong, or tried to step into the marriage more as a wife than a mother-in-law. So she, for instance, may say, you know what, you didn't tuck in the corners on that bed, and that's not the way that you should make the bed. And so these were kind of some issues that your mom and your grandma had between them. So she's coming in to say, I was wrong and I'm sorry. And so she's asking if you would be so kind as to extend that to your mom.
Yes.
Because this is really important, because she says I was wrong, and when I'm wrong, I can admit it, and so she wants to rectify it and make it right. And who's been in the church lighting candles? She makes me feel like someone lit a candle for someone. I went into church and I lit a candle for someone. So see if your mom has gone into the church, but she shows me someone going to the church, they're saying prayers for someone, and they're lighting candles. So she wants to acknowledge the lighting of the candles. She's connecting to the family. Does she have a daughter?
Yes.
Okay. So would her daughter be one that would go to church?
Yes.
And so she acknowledges the lighting of the candle. So you're supposed to, she wants to know that she says thank you, and she wants to thank her for the prayers, because she makes me feel as if your aunt is praying for her. And she says she wants to let everyone know that she made it. And so if someone was concerned whether she made it, she said, I made it, I'm here. She says, boy, but do I got a lot to learn. But she also makes me feel that she did have a great sense of humor, but she was very outspoken. Is that true about your grandma?
Yes.
So, and where's the namesake come in? Because she's referencing the namesake.
Sake?
The namesake, that means that someone's name, in the middle name, first name, there's a namesake.
Angel.
And so that's her name.
Dad.
And so is he a namesake?
Yes, my grandfather, my brother.
And so she talks about the namesake. So she talks about that, I feel like it's circular and it moves on down the line. So she talks and she references the namesake. So she makes me feel she's still watching over the family. Don't think that I'm that far away. And so she also says that somebody speaks to her out loud. And so they talk to her as if she was in the room. So someone's vocalizing or actually having conversations with her. So see who that is. Is that you?
Sometimes.
So she says she hears you, and so she talks about this outward vocalization. Yet I'm talking to you, and I want to. Are you going like this? Because I want to talk up here like this. And so she says you don't have to talk up here. I'm right here. And so she teases you a little bit. So she says if you just talk to me, she said, I'll give you the impressions that you need. I feel like I'm asking her, am I making a right decision? Am I making the right choice? And she says, if she just slows down a little bit, because she said, sometimes you're your own worst enemy and you get in your way. So she says she hears you. You don't have to go like this anymore, she said.
Okay, I'll be laying down and doing it in the bed.
But she makes me feel that she's listening to you, and she's appearing, and she's drawing close to you, and she's trying to give you information or acknowledge what it is that, the answers to your questions, but you don't quiet yourself down enough to hear it, because you want that instant gratification. You want that golden egg. And she says, it doesn't work that way here in the spirit world. And it's really funny because these flowers just caught my eye. I'm looking at these flowers and they just caught my eye. So she references and she's talking about the bouquet of flowers. So is there a special bouquet of flowers?
There was for her funeral.
And so she's talking about the special bouquet, because I feel like it's special, it's separate, it's different, it's, so she's referencing the bouquet of flowers. And so she loves, I almost feel like she has it in her hand. So the bouquet of flowers went with her to heaven. And who put something in her coffin? She says somebody put something in her coffin. So she's talking about the thing that went in her coffin. So she's making it feel like someone put something in there.
I think it's a necklace.
And so whatever went in the coffin, I also feel there might have been a piece of paper, somebody wrote something and they tucked it down inside the side of it. And so she's referencing the things that went in the coffin with her. She's saying that she received them, that she's aware of them. But she says you never should have buried the necklace. She wants to teach you because she says, it's not going to do me any good down here. So, she's appreciative of that kind of stuff. But, she says material things don't benefit us here in the afterworld. But she makes me feel like material things were important to her while she lived.
Yes.
And so, and are you getting a new car?
I just purchased a car.
Fantastic. So she references the new car. So I want to talk about, she references the new car. I feel like you made a good choice, but are there some things you don't like about the car?
The radio.
So she talks about the things that you don't like about the car, but but it's just the way that it is, because there was she says that you try to take your time, but there was a little impulsiveness in you. And so the spirit world comes forward today and references your impulsiveness. So the gift in the reading of today is to be mindful of your impulsiveness. Okay. And just when you catch yourself in that moment, take a step back and then allow yourself to see what else is there. Make sense?
Yeah.
God bless you. I'm going to leave you with that.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.